Production. Yo, what's going on, everybody? What's going on? And this is Rishi.
We are live.
Back at it again with another live stream because that's what we do. Woo! What's going on,
Woo.
everybody? We're gonna wait for everybody to come up in here. What you gotta say, Rishi?
Woo.
Yeah, woo! Yay!
Woo.
Today went pretty well. I'm in a decent mood today. You know, I'm not in an angry mood like I am always. Very good day today.
Except that guy at the beginning of the stream
Yeah, who the fuck was that guy
calling you out.
calling me Ribby and Underchronic out? I was like, what? Like, boy, we will annihilate you. Fuck out of here. Hey, Joy Styles, what's going on, bro? Yeet, Brad H, greetings. Ronan, I saw your video, man. Was that you talking to video, or did you take a video from somebody else? Let me know.
Mm.
So you're yeah, what's going on? Today's my hey, happy birthday, man. Happy birthday. What's your age? What are you turning to? What's going on? The Korak, greetings. Yes, greetings to you too. May I offer you a cup of tea while we at it? We could talk about the exquisite memories that we had 20 years ago when we were youngins. We were running wild. That's when. Um, yeah, Ronan. Yeah, he was Cuckus Maximus. Yeah, who was that guy? It was ridiculous. Yeah, dude was blowing smoke out of his ass. Yeah, it had to be some crazy troll. Had to be some crazy troll, bro. If that was you, fucking hey, round of applause, round of applause. Cause I saw your video, man. I was laughing my butt off. Man, it was hilarious. It was hilarious. You just said it how it is. You didn't really like you just said nothing bad to her. You weren't putting her down. You're like, hey, you strong, independent. I'm sure you got this. You got this. I'll pray for you in spirit, but you got this. You don't need my help. Good luck. And more men are going to be doing that. It's going to be a difficult time for modern women very soon. They think 2021 is bad. Give it a few years if they keep up this bullshit that they're trying to keep up with. Okay, this persona ain't gonna last. It's strong independent bullshit because it's already backfiring. It's gonna get a lot worse. Just wait on it. It's gonna get bad. Um. Yep. Brad H. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. 38. Oh, you're 2 years away from the good old 40. How does that make you feel, bro? How does that make you feel? Soon you're going to be here in the twilight of your life. I hate when people say, oh, he just having a midlife crisis. I don't believe in that midlife crisis bullshit. Men don't have midlife crisis. Women do. Men, we just realize our worth at that time that all the things that we've done in our lives, career wise, is all coming into I can't even say the word. It's all coming to the point
Fruition.
where yeah, yeah. Rishi, he's the professor here. He knows the big words. I'm
The
here.
professor.
I'm making up random words. um, in a man's life, once he hits his early to mid 40s, that's when he starts to hit his prime. Okay, and these women they want to shame these men, saying, "Oh, he just hit his midlife crisis, buying his Ferrari, dressing up in younger clothes, trying to hit on younger women." Nah, fuck that. They're talking shit because they know at the same age, 45, nobody gives a fuck about her, especially if she wasn't taking care of herself well. They're beyond jealous of men. They're beyond jealous. Not only we can deal with the harsh realities of life, our hard work pays off in the long run. Our wall, okay, so here's the difference. A man's wall and a woman's wall is different. A woman's wall It happens when she hits a certain age. It is game over. A man's wall, it only comes when a man is broke and not ambitious. That man can always bounce back from his wall. When a woman hits a certain age, it's game over, and they hate us for it. All right, let's keep going. So your I don't know. Do you want to answer that, Rishi?
Um, nah. Kind of, but
Yeah,
at the same time, not really.
you're pretty good over there. I can hear it.
But yeah,
What you eating, bro?
it's like a it's like a give and take. You get certain things when you join, but you also
For
lose certain things.
yeah, for me is yes and no, and I'll explain later. But in all seriousness, Rishi, what are you eating,
Maybe some chips right now.
bro? You're. It sounds like you're eating real good over there.
Mm.
This motherfucker. What is it? Pringles, Doritos? What you eating?
It's just like let me see. It's like those like the I'm trying to think of it, Ruffles.
Got the
It's like it's like the barbecued snap Ruffles. I mean, right now
ooh.
they're
I
good.
hope I hope you drink some Mountain Dew, something with it, or you just trying to be healthy today.
Cheat. It's my cheat. It's my cheat. I'm a cheater.
I'm a
But
cheater.
we should get back on the topic.
Yeah. Um, where is it? Where is it? Yeah, I explained. Yeah, that's exactly what they asked for. That's exactly. I'm telling you, it's crazy. Um. Oh shit. No, I'm clicking on settings and stuff. Do. Men have a midlife crisis when they realize at midlife that they have wasted the best years of. Well, I see what you're saying, man. I see what you're saying. It's a midlife crisis when the man didn't do shit for himself and the betterment of his future. Okay, I'll give you that one. I'm mistaken. There's a midlife crisis for men that definitely did waste their time. I agree, Red My Man. I agree. But for the man that did waste their time, that actually invested in himself all these years, and then he reaches that age, it's the best time in his fucking life. And modern women, they are seething over it, seething. It's crazy. What do you think about that, Rishi?
Yep, it's totally true. Some guys have it at 40, some guys have it earlier, and they realize they just like wasted a lot of time in their lives, and they don't have anything to show for it.
Nothing. All because he wasted his time and resources and attention on a woman that didn't give a fuck about him. But he was too blue pill to realize it.
Yep.
Let me see. Yes, I just found out a close Asian family friend who looks 40 and is actually 60. Yeah, it's crazy. The Asian people, they have a weird way of aging. They can stay young for a very long time, but after a certain age, they they look old real quickly. Like within 1 year, they change from a young looking person to a just elderly in 1 year. I'm sure you've seen that before, Rishi.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's their Chinese kung fu master phase.
But another thing, uh, in Asia, especially Japan and all that stuff, they're the healthiest eating people in the world. Okay, they they are very health conscious. In fact, they're so health conscious that there's a penalty for people who are obese, who are over the BMI. They have correct me if I'm wrong, but they have more expensive health insurance, way more expensive health insurance if they're overweight. And honestly, in some cases, there's incentives of staying fit, but that's for another video. Let me look. Looking through the stuff. Asian don't raisin. I agree. It's just when they hit that certain point in their lives, they shrivel up very quickly. Like it is, you blink, they turn from young looking to just grandma. Um, to an extent, I think black people age a bit better than Asians. Our diet is very bad here in the United States. It is fucked. Our diet is completely destroyed. The food is delicious. Oh yeah, I love the food. Mmm. Soul food, Cajun food, Southern food, Boston food. Black people don't play when it comes to food. We don't fuck around. That's why we got high blood pressure. If our diet was a lot better, we will be Asian. We will be aging a lot more gracefully. Do you agree, Rishi?
Yeah, probably. Yeah,
You know
probably.
how we eat.
Yeah,
Got the collard
but
greens, the hams, the
you know, it's just that it's how it is. Gotta eat a bunch of junk food. It's like putting you know bad shit in your car. If you just like keep on feeding your car, like bad shit, it's not gonna run. It'll break down over
exactly, and
time. You gotta
I
take care of
agree.
it.
I definitely agree. DB Cooper, sumo wrestlers actually eat beyond healthy. They just eat a lot of that healthy food. I forgot what the food was called. It started with a K. That's their staple. It's like a soup with various. It's made with a homemade chicken broth or beef broth. They put in like a shit ton of vegetables, shit ton of certain type of meats, and they go back for multiple bowls because they eat it with rice. That's a goal that they have to get as big as possible. Just because they look fat doesn't mean they're not strong. Sumo wrestlers are beyond strong. It's ridiculous. All that blubber you see, that's one thing. But if they want to lean out, they're straight muscle. Oh yeah. But that's the whole point of being a sumo wrestler. Get as big as possible and throw people out of the ring. Um, but the food that they eat, very healthy. They just have four, five, six, seven bowls. And after they're done eating, they go straight to sleep. So they don't metabolize it as quickly. So they can turn it into like fat or whatever. They have a certain method when it comes to that. They eat healthy. They just eat a lot of that healthy food. What do you think about that, Rishi?
Yep. It's pure mass because they got it like they have to be able to pretty much throw the other fat guy out of the ring, so they got to put on more mass in order to do that.
Exactly. And I'm not saying they're not strong, but mass is key when it comes to sumo wrestling. And I watch a good amount of sumo wrestling matches. I don't know why. I'm just interested in it. It's interesting to me. It got me curious. I'm like, yo, like, oh, what do they do to prepare? And I look up a good amount of videos of sumo wrestlers. They're very strict. They're very disciplined. They're not out there eating McDonald's, Wendy's, Pizza Hut, Little Caesars, Dairy Queen, whole steaks. They're not doing all that. No, they actually eat healthy. Just if they want to gain weight, they have to eat a shit ton of that healthy food, which I respect. Definitely respect. Um, but that's only for the sumo wrestler years. Once they retire, that's when they start slimming down.
Yup.
Oh, my bad for the silence. I'm just looking at the comments. um, remove this right quick. No, not you. I was lifting when I was 14. Used to eat only chicken breast and white rice. Lean as fucking got really big. Yes. Yes, because when it comes actually, you know what, Rishi, should I make a live stream about this? About men's health? I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
Yep. This is a great idea. I've been thinking about this for a while. I just keep forgetting. Uh Ian Blades, expect tomorrow or the next day, expect me to make a live stream about this. Actually no. Tomorrow or Monday. Because I noticed that I've been pushing out a lot of these streams, and I'm sure you guys, you don't want to be burnt out with every day is a stream. So me and Richie, we were working out, we were working a schedule, so we can have a break and you guys can have a break. You know, we're thinking about y'all, okay? But expect that to be a topic in one of my videos because I definitely know a good amount when it comes to health. Warband in general, we know about health. I spent several hours last night writing transcripts for long form videos about MGTOW and off grid. I'm looking forward to it, man. Best believe I'm going to be looking forward to it. I'm going to watch it. It's going to be, oh, bro, why you have Bobby as your avatar?
I don't know, Dad.
That's my puss.
That's my purse. I don't know you.
Holy shit.
Fuck you, skeleton.
Will
Jada
Smith is
would have
back,
left
huh?
me. She would have left me. She was a real woman.
Bro, Jada was trash. She's horrible. She's a gremlin. Oh shit.
That's not true. It's all.
All right. Will Smith, whatever makes you feel better.
Glad that guy's gone. Jeesh. Sheesh.
Shoo.
We gotta lock the doors. A bunch of crazy characters are getting in here.
Definitely, but I'm glad I was able to interact with you guys in the comments, but we must begin. I don't have an intro for it, but hey, just pretend there's an intro. Rishi, what are you doing?
Oh, this is a story of how my life got cut upside down. Jada cheated on me and left. Now I'm a cuckoo.
She cheated on you with a dead guy for
Fuck.
25 years.
Why don't women love me? Like everything.
Maybe if you would have taken the role of the Matrix, you probably would have taken a red pill. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Don't
You
worry,
know.
I got him out of here. He keeps on getting back in. We're gonna have to. Don't worry, I'll get the gun next time. We'll kill
All
him
right.
off.
Let us begin our segment, guys. Let's begin our segment. Okay. The topic for today is red pill experiences in the military. There's multiple topics within this situation where I personally got red pilled and other people who's been in the armed forces got red pilled when it comes to the fuckery that happens within the military. Whoever is a veteran here, I'm sure you guys heard this very specific name that haunts all soldiers who are in a relationship. Even worse, in a relationship and on deployment. What is this name? His or her name, fuck it, either or, is Jody. Jody strikes again. Oh no, Jody. Jody just waiting in the bushes. She's just waiting for you to leave the house so they can plan their attack on your wife. You know, just waiting. You not even your wife, your girlfriend. Yeah, see, I didn't even have to. They, hey, Rishi, you see the chat? They knew who I was talking about before I even mentioned it.
Yeah, they know.
Goddamn Jody.
Jody, you motherfucker.
Who is this? Who is this comparable to? Um, I don't know if you guys. Let's say Scooby Doo. You know, the villain is Jody. Any Scooby Doo show you watch, Jody is the villain. Okay,
Now
I'm gonna
let's
have
see who
gotten
this
away with it, huh?
now let's see who this monster really is.
Exactly, and
Jody! I would have got away with you too. If it weren't for you meddling red pillars.
uh, Ian, I don't know if you're joking or not, but let me explain who Jody is. All right, Jody has a lot of history in the military, but for the most recent term, Jody is a person, man or woman. I'm sure there's another term for a woman, but let's say when a man goes out for deployment or a training exercise, or hell, he just going to work for that day. Jody is creeping in the shadows. He's waiting for you to be gone. He's able to creep over to your spouse, creep over to your wife. You're like, yeah, yeah, I'm about to get in the pennies. And the wife will be like, "Oh, I'm so lonely. I'm this, I'm that." And Jody's like, "Here. Let me comfort you with my schlong." And she's like, "Okay." That's Jody. Jody is a person that your spouse will cheat with while you're not in the household. And Jody has been around since the beginning of hell, beginning of the freaking military. Jody, in fact, Jody is that person has been around throughout history. Jody is immortal. Jody's always there. Roman times, World War II, Alexander the Great times, Genghis Khan times. Whenever the man goes out to fight for his country, make sure that the country is safe from invaders. There goes that one guy that stayed behind. He just creeping all up in there. He just creeping. He's like, yeah, yeah, your husband's gone, right? Yeah, you sad. Yeah, you lonely. Don't worry about it, honey. I got you. I'm gonna make sure you don't feel lonely. I got you. Your husband abandoned you, but I'm here.
Ruh-roh! And Rody! And Rody Raggy! Like Zoink Scoob! We gotta stop her before she fucks Velma!
Oh shit.
Scoob, you got the kush! Right here, Raggy!
Uh
24/7!
Brad Brad H. The movie Jarhead mentioned Jody several times. That's where I heard about it. Yes. Jarhead is a complete classic when it comes to military. All right. Where the man literally went completely insane, not only because of the difficulties of deployment. He didn't know until the last second that his girl. So here's the thing: there's a group of Marines like, "Hey, bro, I got a tape, I got a video. Hey, let's watch this. It's an amateur adult film. Let's watch him go at it." And then he saw that that was his girl smashing another dude, and at that point, he broke. He went insane because he's doing this. He's basically doing all of this for her. Besides doing it for his country, he's doing it for her. And that's how she repays him. I know countless soldiers that go through this, gentlemen. This is a serious topic. Serious topic. I know somebody that ended their own life because of females like this. Ended their life. But that's for later. Let's check out the comments real quick. Do 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 do. Well, Mayor, various people they have different reasons of joining the military, right? Free college, patriotism, and a better life for their family. But in the end, unfortunately, the military they beat into these people's heads, saying the military comes first. It really does not matter, to the point where there's various stories I could explain, but not right now, where a person has to miss a wedding, miss a funeral, miss a childbirth because the military always say no. The mission comes first. The army comes first above all else. And that's personally, that's not a healthy thing, healthy way to go about it. But in the military, they're right, but they're wrong on how they go about it, if you get what I'm saying. So
Especially now. Like, what are you even fighting for in the military? You're fighting for the right of feminists to oppress men, pretty much.
exactly. And I'm not defending anybody. I'm just giving you guys my experience in the military. So don't get it twisted. Um let me see. We are actually Rishi, take over right quick and we will begin.
All right.
I'll be back.
There he goes. How are we doing tonight? Hmm. What shall we do? I can't do anything. Maybe if we, I don't know. We'd have to bring Yeetus back. We'd have to bring Yeetus back. What's going on, everybody? It's time to take your daily dose of red pills. How we doing tonight? How we doing tonight?
Really? This is what I come back to? Dead ass?
What do you mean? It's like
Go.
you think this is a democracy.
Oh, okay. This is how we're gonna play it. You wanna pull a Uno reverse card on me? God damn it. I was so shook. Like, wait a fucking oh, that was great. But we're
well,
gonna
hold.
begin.
No Moss child support. I love the black pill. What are you
What?
talking about? Look at the comments. What do you mean?
That's a conversation we will have another time because I will have a live stream about Black Pill and my opinion on it. Believe me, it's gonna come.
Yeah.
But let's begin. Many military people on active duty, National Guard, Reserve, veteran. It doesn't matter. I'm sure plenty of you guys seen this video, but this video is literally a clear evidence of what many people who are in the service goes through. Men, to be exact, and you're gonna see it right now. Can you play it, Rishi?
Hey, what's going on? What's up? You're fucked.
What are you doing here?
What are you doing here? Cheating on me?
No.
Hey, get out of my house. Get the fuck out of my house. Go on. Fucking Jody? Yeah, I bet she's fucking your niece now, huh? You're lucky I don't beat your fucking ass, bitch. Hey, what's your name and rank, dude? What's your name and rank, bitch? Hey, look at the camera. Look at the fucking camera. Yeah, you're fucked, dude. Say goodbye to your fucking rank, bitch.
Pause. You guys saw what happened? I know everybody, majority of people watch this, right? So everybody has an idea what this is, but this is clear evidence of what majority of male soldiers in a relationship go through. Whether they are going doing a weekend exercise, weekend training, or they go get deployed overseas, fighting for their lives. They come home to this. This is a thanks that they get from their own wife that clearly wasn't being faithful. This is way more common than you think, gentlemen. This is a very big red pill moment for many male soldiers or male military members out there. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, is that who I think it is?
Yo.
Oh, the one and only Ribby. What's going on, Ribby? Hey, the boys are back. Of course I'm back. Of course, Ribby. I can't leave the Warband hanging. I can't do that. I can't. Without the Warband, there's no Sir Yeetus. I gotta give him that content. Ain't that right, Rishi?
Absolutely.
But back to the yeah, I know. I already knew the frog memes were but but yeah, this is a very big red pill moment for majority of um male soldiers in the armed forces, where they're really taking these girls, whether they're good girls or trash they found on the street, such as strippers or whatever, trying to make something of themselves, trying to create some type of family, because men, sometimes they don't think straight, their little head down there, they let the little head think for them, and they do some stupid shit. But besides that, when they're trying to make her life better, make her life more comfortable, she didn't pay for the house. She didn't pay for the food. She didn't pay for the clothes on her child's back. She didn't pay for the clothes on her back. It was all the soldier out there in deployment, wherever he is, fighting for his life, for not just for his country, but just so that his family can have some type of sustainable living. He comes back to this. Ain't that some shit? Do you have
Totally.
something to say about that, Rishi?
I think the worst part of the video is that the kid is like screaming, "Daddy, Daddy!" Right? While she's like up in the upstairs bathroom making out with this dude. Like,
Oh,
what the hell?
I know the dude was the father was fuming with rage. I'm sure he would have went to his daughter, but oh, I knew he was pissed. He was pissed.
Absolutely disgraceful.
All right, chat. What do you think about that? I'm gonna look at your comments before we continue. Do. Oh, another Ribby. Let's go. Ribby the party frog, the one, the only. The females are fighting to swallow all the zinc of every man in the tri-state area. He's not wrong. He's not wrong. I got a good amount of stories about it. Ribby, he definitely knows what he's talking about. He definitely knows. Because especially in the military, it's even worse. Because they know they can get away with it. They know. Oh, shit. Yeah, Shinobi one. Yeah. Hey, I'm right along with Ribby. Me and Ribby are drinking buddies. Pretty much. We're pretty much drinking buddies. We would definitely be drinking all day if we could. It'd be glorious. Yep. Zero Bullet, another broken family because of a man. What do you think about that, Rishi?
It's true. She wasn't thinking about the kid when she was messing around with Jody. You know.
Yep. Jody strikes again. Jody is always on the prowl. Yep. Jody can ride hell. I'm telling you, man. Jody is the worst of the worst. And the worst part is Jody is usually somebody that's within your platoon, your unit. So you know this person. And he knows that you're deployed. But he's still trying to bang your wife. And usually he succeeds. That's some grimy, scummy shit. Oh, Ribby, come on, bro. Ribby.
The mom was saying "daddy, daddy" too in a different context.
Ribby got no chill tonight. Oh shit, Ribby. oh my god. Bruh. Hey, but Ribby's telling the truth though. He ain't lying. He ain't lying. Hell, I guarantee you, she's probably thinking about replacing that soldier with that other soldier. See, the fact that the dude that was running away, like I'm sure they knew who they were. I'm sure. I'm sure they knew. It's unfortunate that your fellow brethren, your brother in arms, would do something to you like that. It's insane. You know, um, it's a complete It's a complete broken of trust, like complete betrayal that somebody would do something to you like that, especially when you guys are working on the same team. That's why I tell you saw the video of the Muslim dude checking his wife, talking about she want to have friends. This is why I said there's plenty of men out there. They have to say something. They have to save plenty of women for themselves because if the opportunity comes where she can explore the streets, there's a good chance she's not gonna refuse. She's like, oh, okay, my husband's gone. He's out there, saving the world, being Captain America in Afghanistan. I'm sure he won't know about this. It's insane. Captain America. oh man, Ribby's not pulling any punches tonight. Woo! No punches at all. Where's the where'd he go? Where'd he go? The private first class was getting first class treatment on his private. Oh, it's true. It's true. Come on, y'all. It's true. Let's keep it real. Y'all still want to get married? Come on, y'all. Whoever wants to still get married, continue watching my stream. Many years back, a mate of mine, ex-military, caught his wife cheating, so he had a party, heated up fire poker, and shoved it up the fields. Whoa! Oh, he was not playing. What do you think about that, Rishi?
Damn. Oh,
God damn.
bro. That's some redo of healer shit, bro. What the hell? Damn.
Oh,
Honestly, I don't feel I don't feel too much emotion towards like the guys who like come in, honestly. It's all you look around, it's always the guys that we blame, but let's keep in mind that it's the lady that let this guy into the house and that betrayed the trust.
Yeah, but she knows that she can get away with it because regardless of what happens, 9 times out of 10, she's still going to win in the courts if he tries to divorce her.
Yep.
That's why she feels she can get away with it in the first place. This is insane. Good night, JR. Don't do drugs in front of your parents. What is it? That guy Pete. Sooner or later, it's going to be so commonplace that unplugged dudes are just going to be watching Sims F up in public, and we're going to be like, "Yo, watch this RP moment pop up." Yeah, it's not common, not right now, but in the future it will be. Like men are just not gonna help anymore. Men are not gonna care what women do, and that's detrimental to her. You know, Because the only reason she can claim she's strong and independent is because men allow it. They allow the shit to happen. But that's for another video. Okay, let's go to video number 2. Okay, so while I was in the military, right, you know, there's all this talks with the feminist female soldiers talking about, oh, no, we're just as good as men. We're equal. Why aren't we in the front lines? Why aren't we fighting side by side with men in the combat zone? Why can't we do this and do that? There's plenty of reasons why we don't allow you in the combat zone, but this video I'm about to show you next, and I'm sure a lot of you guys already saw it because I posted it myself. A lot of you guys saw this video on why it's not the greatest idea to put female soldiers on the front lines. It just won't end well. I'm about to pull it up right now. All right, man. Can you,
Charge him! Charge him! 3 hits, strategic.
Round 1.
お前はもう死んでいる。何?
All women are queens!
I saw this guy coming, and I took the most excellent hit of my life. Next thing I knew, I was on the beach, taking in some cosmic rays, getting healed by Mother Nature.
Round 2.
If she breathes, she's a thought! Bonk!
Round 3.
Bang! I make it look easy. Ping! Sorry! Eat my dust! Hey, look at me, ma! Ah, fellas!
and that guy barely even tried. I'm sure a lot of you fellas out there watching it can tell that he wasn't even going for strength. What do you think about that video, Rishi?
Not at all, dude. You see, the first time he went in hard. The 2 simps had to come in and like tell me, oh, bro, you can't hit a woman like that.
I noticed that the view count for the live stream went down dramatically when I played that video. Oh, shit. What? You guys can't accept biology? You guys can't accept reality that when it comes with men and physical attributes, men are superior when it comes to strength? Are you fucking kidding me? You really think that that small-ass girl is going to be taking on the Taliban in Afghanistan one-on-one? No. Not at all. No. It's not going to happen. What is this?
Why have you treated women like this? My God!
Oh. The big dog is back. Let me pull him up right quick. No, not you. You. Ribby the Party Frog. Trip to the ER, $800. Painkillers, $60. The feeling of equality, priceless. Oh, man. It is a very painful free lesson. Okay.
I hope all the misogynists on the screen right now watching this stream, you should all feel ashamed of yourself. Okay.
Yeah.
That was an outlier case. Women are better than everything.
Yeah.
It is me, the light bringer.
No, they're better at bitching and moaning and double standards and not really adhering to their own traditional
You are
standards.
wrong. You are wrong, sir. You are completely wrong.
You're wrong.
Women are goddesses that should be worshipped.
Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here.
Get out of here. Get out of there, simp. Yeah, we ran him off. Good job, Yeetus.
So why I show this video is there's a reason why I'm not too keen on female soldiers joining combat arms, because you saw what happened with the average soldier. He was what? He looked like he was around 5'10", around there, and he had good weight on him, going up against a small woman like that. Do you really want somebody like that on your side in the battlefield? I'm not saying that women can't contribute. There was plenty of good female snipers. Yes, very great. And there is a select few of women that actually did their thing in combat, but that's just the 0.01% compared to the majority of men getting shit done. What do you think about that, Rishi?
It's true. It's true. It's true. True.
It's true. Oh, fuck. God damn it.
You're a misogynist. Get out of here. Get out of here.
It's definitely true, man. It's definitely. Oh my god.
Get out of here. We
What
gotta
was
beat him off with a stick.
What the fuck?
You can't
Anyway.
get run of me that easily. Get out of here. All of you.
You guys need to understand, man. Men and women are not equal when it comes to strength, and that is a very detrimental situation when it comes to combat. That is critical. Strength and endurance, men are superior when it comes to that. All right, men are just strong. We're built for things like that. And whoever disagrees, you don't have to watch this live stream, because you can go ahead and still live in your la Disney World land, thinking that women are even comparable to men when it comes to physical strength. It's stupid. I can go down the street right now with those girls. I can literally start swinging. 9 times out of 10, they're going down, because I'm just physically stronger. Strength is everything when it comes to combat. Of course, technique, yes. But if a guy that's a brute lands one good hit on you, you're in for a bad time. And that's what I'm talking about when it comes to combat. When it comes to combat, when a woman, for some reason, the female soldier has to fight one-on-one with a whole man, don't expect her to get out of there alive. Very low chance. Very low chance. Aw, Ruby, look at it.
World Star.
I can see Ribby at the battlefield just filming the the entire World Star. Oh, while he's drinking a 40, drinking a good whiskey. Brandon, depending on the perspective, for a man, good way. For a woman, very bad way. Why do you think, out of all this feminists and we're empowered with this and that, all that type of bullshit they want to talk about, when shit gets real, especially with the Iran war, not the war, but the Iran beef that we had when President Trump was still president, and he bombed Soleimani, the general. He bombed the top general of Iran. Bombed him. Boom. He's blown to pieces. And then all the World War III memes start coming in. You see countless women. Oh, I don't want to be famous anymore. Maybe I should have stayed in the kitchen. And maybe I should have just got with a man to get pregnant. And blah, blah, blah. See? Men, we don't have a choice. And that's the biggest thing. When men don't do their job, society is fucked. What do you got to say, Rishi?
It's true. Who do you think keeps up everything? Who do you think builds everything? Who do you think maintains everything? I mean, it's the guys. It's the fellas.
Exactly. Ribby the party for all. Once again, bro. He's He's staying here for the long term. Hell yeah. I'm glad he's watching my content, man. It makes me feel proud. You know, I'm actually doing something good in the world. Imagine some chick trying to slap the Tyler Chatton. She would not end well. Oh my god. Oh Lord. You like I agree, Ribby. You know, like you see what the Talachas do with the men. Just imagine what would they do with the women. Just imagine.
Muhammad Jihad. Darka.
Jesus
Bula
Christ, man, you
chikla.
trying to get me banned? Jesus Christ. Or should I say Muhammad Christ? Oh, okay, never mind.
Muhammad
Damn.
Christ. What?
Yeah, I fucked up. I fucked up pretty badly. Never mind.
Damn.
Muhammad, peace be upon him. All right. I fucked up the name. That was my fault.
Muhammad Jihad.
I'm going to hell. Like both Muhammad and Jesus, like, what the fuck? Oh man, yeah. When I died, they're like, bro, how are you gonna mix up our names, bro? Like, why do you think you're gonna get into heaven? Like, what the fuck? All right, guys. The last video I'm gonna show is another red pill moment. Okay, I showed you previous 2 red pill moments. One of them is when you come back home, you bust your butt in the military, fighting for your life. You probably came back home injured, mentally or physically, because there is such thing as mental health. Your wife repays you by sleeping with one of your coworkers, because technically everybody in the armed forces are coworkers. Technically. Second one, the woman thinks that she can compete with a man. She thinks that she can compete with you guys in the sense of, oh, I'm equal to a man. Oh, if I was in front lines, I can do just as much damage or even more. But when we did the Puga sticks, you guys saw the results. It is a complete annihilation. A lot of women don't understand that if men wanted to, we can literally eliminate female soldiers with our bare hands. We don't even need a weapon. We don't. Because we are physically stronger. Now the third one that I'm about to show you, the third video, is the fact that when shit hits the fan, for example, World War III, I already explained it earlier, where women, they want to avoid the accountability, they want to avoid the responsibility of going to war and stuff, especially the female soldiers. What's the number one thing to do? Chat. When deployment happens, what's the first thing that the majority of female soldiers do? If you know. When it's time for a unit to get deployed, what is the first thing that women do? Let me know. Let me know in the chat. The female soldiers. You see all that, Ribby?
What?
I said Ribby because I want him to see all that. It's crazy, man. Ribby already knows this, but I want him to see it. Do you see that? Do you see that as well, Rishi?
Yeah, I see that.
Like, shit. Even some men that are not in the military, they know what's up. They know what female soldiers do when it's time to get real. When it's time to actually pick up their weapons and go down range. Ribby the party frog again. Deploys that Puniti and drops the pin. Ribby's on point today, man. He's on point. I'm glad he's in my stream. He's too fucking funny. Yes, pregnancy. That's the closest thing that they'll do because they know if they're pregnant, then the army or the military would not deploy that person. But just imagine if the bill passed. I don't know if it passed or not. Correct me if I'm wrong, Rishi. When women have to sign up for the draft, we're gonna throw this psychology right back at them. You said that your pregnancy is just a clump of cells. That's what you said. So we're going to treat it as such. You're going to be implemented birth control because in the army, you don't have a choice of what's put inside you unless you want to just get kicked out. It is what it is. Then we'll force you to the front lines. Because you said yourself, it was just a clump of cells. What do you got to say about that, Rishi?
It's true. It's true, boys. They say one thing and they mean another. They're completely opportunistic. They don't follow any principles.
Exactly. Ribby, once again. Hell yeah. More extreme version of use your period to get out of gym class. Yes. Yes. Way more extreme. Way more. If a woman has to do something that takes a lot of effort, she's going to do whatever she can to get out of that type of responsibility or accountability. That's just how she is. Okay. I ain't saying all women. I'm saying the majority. So don't get your panties in a fucking bunch. But we're gonna start this video right quick, just to prove my point. Can you start the video?
Oh, we're coming up on a deployment and I don't want to go. I'm going to get pregnant. We're certainly not going to get out of our commitments and use some sort of double standard in order to, in order to find a loophole to get out of your service. Go work at Walmart if you want to do that.
All right, no, seriously, can you play it one more time? I wasn't here.
You weren't
But
here?
I can tell you one thing.
Yeah,
What do you mean you were
Oh,
here?
we're coming up on a deployment
Damn.
My bad.
and I don't want to go. I'm going to get pregnant. We're certainly not going to get out of our commitments and use some sort of double standard in order to find a loophole to get out of your service. Go work at Walmart if you want to do that.
Oof. Pause. Women need to be counseled about the foolishness of entering into a lifetime commitment motherhood in order to be released early from a 4 or 6 year commitment to serve in the military. Double standards, gentlemen, even in the military. Double standards are real. What do you got to say about that, Rishi?
Nothing much. It's true. Double standards are real.
Ribbit Party Frog, once again, gracing us with his presence. Protect your seed, brothers. Rap before you tap. Exactly. Definitely rap, man, because if somebody's eager, some woman is eager to get in bed with you, hey, I'm sure you as a man, you can tell the difference between just wanting to have fun and straight up desperation. Okay, if you see all that desperation to get in bed with you, that's a gigantic red flag. But this part right here is one of the biggest reasons why I didn't really have faith in the armed forces anymore, because they're trying to do all this affirmative action, trying to get as many women into the military. But when things get real, like actual, hey, we're going to have to shoot a lot of people and get shot, and they spread their legs to any man they can find within the vicinity just to get out of that type of situation. Why would you want somebody like that in the military? Why? What do you got to say about that, Rishi?
Man, you wouldn't want to be fighting next to these broads, I'll say that much.
It is insane. But we're going to start the call-ins right quick. We're going to start it. But before we start, We're gonna have to
Just a minute,
chill.
guys. Just a minute, guys. Listen, we have groceries this week coming up, and we have a mortgage. It's like, if you don't donate, then I don't know. I don't know. Because here's the thing. Here's the thing. You wouldn't want to see us out in the street now, will you? I don't think so. So go ahead and donate, please.
Yes,
My
donate.
wife's getting really angry at me because I'm not getting as much donations anymore.
Oh, it's too funny. Oh Lord, it is insane. I can't believe that guy really used it as an excuse. I can't believe it.
Oh, we gotta start. I'm gonna post the link really quick.
Yes, please. Woo. So, if you guys want to support the channel of the Warband, please donate to PayPal me/Sir Yeetus. All the contributions will go towards to the production of the channel or to the Warband in general. This will be very, very helpful to us in the long term. So if you're generous enough, please donate whatever you can. I don't care how much. It is greatly appreciated. And if you have a question along with the donations, please send the question. I will definitely read it. But yes, let the call-ins begin. Anybody that wants to call in, preferably somebody that has experience in the military, because this is mainly a military topic.
Holy crap! Is it time for call-ins? This reminds me of the time I got the call-ins.
They still get blasted, Yeetus, but with zinc, not lead. I definitely agree with that, Ribby. I definitely agree 1,000,000%. They're veterans when it comes to the bedroom. They have to dodge multiple small arms fire with the zinc as ammunition. Anybody else want to join? Go ahead and join. Come on. Whether you support me or hate me, I don't give a shit. Come on and join. Join the call in.
Come on now.
Come on in. Come on. We got one. What's going on, Brandon?
Hello.
Puniti.
Ponchotto.
Why you sound so... What was that, Rishi?
Ponchotto.
Jesus Christ, man. You killed the mood right there.
Oh, man.
Like punchoto. It's like, okay.
The punchato is good stuff.
Oh, do you have a red pill moment in the military? I'm sure you have countless, because I already know that you're a veteran. Do you have a red pill moment in the military that you want to share with us?
Yes, I do. Oh, I got red pilled. I mean, I didn't get red pilled, but I got fucking cheated on while I was out to sea. As most everybody does. Because when you go out, your girlfriend or your wife, I was on the West Coast, so they called them Westpac widows. As soon as you hit, as soon as we went under the Golden Gate Bridge, they were in the E Club. It was something else.
So you had to go on a sea deployment? Like you had to hop on ship?
I was a sailor, man. Sailors belong on ships and ships belong at sea.
And when that happened, that's when she started to go wild, huh?
Oh, hell yeah. Because, you're gone and they know how long you're going to be gone. They know when you're coming back. And luckily I wasn't married, so I didn't have to deal with any of that stuff. But I had lent this girl my car.
Right.
And so, okay, you can borrow my car, but if you wreck it, you got to pay for it to get fixed. Fuck. She didn't wreck it.
Right.
Her boyfriend wrecked it.
God damn it. That's the worst. Oh my God. Oh, like you knew what type of life she knew what type of life you were living.
Yeah.
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 I'm sure she took it to her advantage. See, in my opinion, a lot of these barracks bunnies, that's what we call them in the army, they love to take advantage of the situation where you have to go to weekend training, like weekend exercises, or get deployed. Like they know beforehand.
Yeah. And they get the shit all planned out. But luckily, I was able to come back after her. She was also in the service.
You dated another girl in the service?
Yeah. Dumbass. I was dumbass when I was younger.
I don't blame you, bro. My
Yeah.
somebody
She
that
was
I
in the-
know did the same thing. I'm like, what the? You fucking stupid.
She was in the Marine Corps. She was a BAM. You know what a BAM is?
No, what is that?
It's a broad ass Marine.
I agree. I definitely agree. Because the
Or as-
girls, in my
Or as the
opinion,
green guys call them, they call them mattresses.
yeah, in my opinion, the girls in the Marines, they get ran through the most out of all branches.
Oh no, they all get fucking run through.
Yeah, but it's definitely bad in the Marines because they have one of the smallest population.
Yeah, but they're around the Navy all the time.
Well, that too, yeah. That makes it even worse.
Right, but they get to run through. They get to run through the Marine girls and the Navy girls.
Give me 1 second. Rishi, what are you doing?
Well, that's Jack Murphy.
Yes, I'm on the stream right now, and I'm watching you two incels talk back and forth.
Well, Jack, you would have loved it. My ship didn't have women on board, but the ship, the aircraft carrier that tied up right next to us had ladies on board. And on one cruise, they arrested about 20 of them. You know why?
Why is that?
They were prostituting themselves.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. A woman should be able to do anything with it when it comes to her body. That's
Jack
real
Murphy,
alpha shit.
If you're able to,
I've been watching in the stream, and I've been watching in the comments. I saw Ribby the party frog in the comments.
if you would have gave
And
your wife to the military,
I've heard Ribby had a real problem with me.
hey,
It's very fitting that he's in the Warband.
Hey, Jack, give your wife to the military.
He wouldn't understand the real apex things. I fought in the sperm wars. Okay.
Give your wife to the military. Do you know how much money you can make? Shit, if you're gonna do some that cuck bullshit that you're doing, why not make money off of it? Fuck.
Well, there was
I'm not a cuck. I'm not a cuck. You're wrong. I'm a real man.
You're wrong.
Just because I partake in certain asexual activities, that doesn't make me a cuck. Okay. I'm a real alpha male. I'm on Tintast, and you're not. Okay. We are not the same.
But Brandon.
Yo.
Did that situation red pill you even further?
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah. Because all them girls, they were making an extra $20,000 or $30,000 on a Westpac.
And that's insane. And women want to call men dogs. Serious?
Yeah. That's why we used to call the USS Lincoln the love boat.
Like, more men are virgins than women in 2021. And you want to call us dogs and pervy? Maybe you need to stop messing with the chatted Tyrones that don't give a fuck about you.
Well, you know them women love to project their own faults onto men. That way they don't have to take any responsibility for it. Because that's their kryptonite.
Oh man, responsibility and accountability, that is like their number one fear. They cower with fear. With men.
That's why they love birth control so much. It takes away all responsibility.
Do you have anything for me, Jack Murphy, or the Warband?
I've got nothing but respect for you, except I don't really respect Jack. But
why are you an intel?
Oh no, my friend. I have been swimming in a sea of pussy since I got divorced, and now I'm gonna go back and be a monk. I've had as much pussy as I want in my life.
I'm
You have
sure
no
you
idea
have.
what it's like to be fairly fit, kind of rich, and swimming in all these Ukrainian beauties, man.
Thanks for joining the chat, man. Puniti.
Puniti.
Say something, Jack.
I don't really understand. What is puniti?
Shut the Okay. Can you spam the chat again with the call-ins?
Well, I don't have to do anything. I've taken over Reishi's computer access.
Listen here, you piece of shit. All right. Now that you're taking over, just spam the goddamn link.
I don't believe so.
This is why I hate Sims.
You can't make me do anything. I'm the real Jack Murphy.
I do myself. Fuck it.
I see your boyfriend is calling for help in the chat.
Oh shit.
You would only hope that Ribby can come on.
Oh, okay.
You don't have the power to banish me, Jack Murphy. I'm a real man.
Jack Murphy.
unlike the Warband.
The Warband is
I'm
very
a real
powerful.
alpha.
Whoever wants to join the live stream, the call-ins, go ahead and call in. You know, it's all up to you guys. Definitely call in if you're a hater or a supporter. I don't care. Just go ahead and call in. Ignore Jack Murphy.
No, you can't ignore me. I thought in the sperm wars, okay? You would not even comprehend with your tiny intel mind how much. Okay.
Nobody wants to join? Is that it? Nobody? Oh, damn. I guess my truth is too much.
God. Finally, I'm back. I'm back. Oh, that cuck got in. I had to pull out my hacking skills to get me back access, but I kicked him out. Thanks to you, chat. You sent me your energy. You sent me your energy across the word to expel the cuck. Thank you, chat.
Come on, everybody. Everybody that's watching, give me at least one more caller. Somebody. And we're just going to have to end the stream a little bit early.
So what did I miss?
Tomorrow.
So what did I miss?
You missed everything.
I missed everything.
Look at your name, bro. Like
I missed everything. Yeah, I know. I'm still recovering because Jack Murphy took over my computer screen.
All right, I guess nobody wants to join the call-ins.
He messed up all my accounts.
Yeah, okay, bullshit. Nobody wants to call in, so we're going to end it with questions and answers. Send in questions and answers for me and Rishi. Any question. Come on, send it in there. Come on. Give me the questions. Come on. Go ahead and send it in. Any questions you have about the military? Come on, go ahead and send in the questions. My red pill MGTOW experiences in the military. Go ahead.
You know, I don't know. Jack Murphy may return. We might need Ribby to come on next stream to banish Jack Murphy
God.
once and for all.
Please don't.
We might need him to
Yes.
banish.
About the military. And by spiritual, I'm sure there's something out there that's beyond my understanding, but do I believe there's an old man with a beard controlling every aspect of my life on earth? Not really. Does joining the military make your PP bigger? In fact, no. And even worse, I really think that it is true that they had to put something in the food that not make you hornier.
Yeah, you're definitely getting big when you join the military.
No, like it's not even like because when I was in basic training and eating all the food and stuff they're giving us, all the guys were having it. Like they're like, bro, like my thing isn't working. Like what's happening? Is it because I'm in a room with dudes? Like what's going on? I really think it was the food. What do you think, Rishi?
Yeah, it's definitely the food, because like that food's designed to be like to get you a certain way, and I would seriously not be surprised if they didn't put something into the food.
Seriously, like it's insane. Big Time Cowboys. So yo, serious. Can I call in? Yeah, just click on the link. Click on the link that we just sent. Go
Yep.
for it, bro. Who else? No. No, not November. Bro, I failed after like 12 days.
G.I. Jane.
I failed. Sorry. I couldn't go through it this year. Last couple years, yes, but this year, nope. I failed after 12 days. Nope. What else? That's what I'm thinking, bro. That's what I'm thinking. They put something in the food that makes your stuff not work, because that's the only time in the in my life where I'm like, bro, nothing's happening. What the hell is happening? All right, so Big Time Cowboy, hurry up and call in, because if you don't, we're gonna be ending the stream. Because I don't want you guys to stay around too long and just listen to me and Rishi talk about nonsense. Okay, that's not why you join the stream. You feel me? Meanwhile, if you want to support the Warband or my channel, please donate to PayPal me/Sir Yeetus. Okay, all the money will be going towards the production of my channel or to anything that the Warband needs. Anything will help. I don't care how much you donate. Any money will be very appreciative. And if you have any questions when you donate, you can call it a super chat. Okay, when you donate to PayPal and you have a question along with it, I will answer your question.
Any money at all will be very big. Very big thank you from me, Donald Trump. Dumpy, sussy Donald Trump.
God damn it, Trump, why are you here?
I am always here for my favorite running mate. We will take back this country, and we will have a national mandate on red pills, okay? I will subsidize the Warband and its content. And we will build a massive legion, and we will invade Europe, starting with the UK.
Wait, why are we invading Europe? Wait, this went sideways very quickly.
We must exterminate the cucks
Well, why
and
Europe?
destroy the United Nations once and for all. It has to be done. It has to be done.
But you went straight for Europe. Why?
Because nobody likes Europe. Russia doesn't like Europe. China it doesn't like Europe. Xi Jinping, Winnie the Pooh, he doesn't like Europe. We will invade Europe. We will destroy the devil, Angela Merkel, and we will rid the world of soy and coquetry once and for all.
One day, man. One day. But we have a caller right now. What's going on, man?
Hello, mate. Hey, how you going, guys? You all
Puniti.
right? So Rishi,
Puniti.
we'll go.
No, no,
I'll
no, no,
in
no,
the
no,
end.
no, 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 no.
I'm
Say
sorry,
Puniti.
Puniti.
Rishi?
Hello, Puniti, Rishi.
Rishi.
Conchotto.
God damn it. Okay, anyway. So, what do you have when it comes to the topic for tonight?
What were you gonna ask me?
Wait.
Now, I will have your thoughts about Trump in the end. That's okay.
All right.
Cool.
All right. Cool.
What do you guys say, Ivan? Ivan?
Ivan, yeah, whatever.
Ivan. Close enough.
Ivan.
Yeah, I'm all the way across the pond, and I heard what Brandon had to say about his experience in being in the American military, right?
Right.
In Europe, we don't hear about this. So yeah, I would like to hear what you have to say about us across the pond, right? A whole continent doesn't know anything about these. So we hear about veterans and the plights of veterans very loosely if you're looking, but a story like Braden told is almost unheard of.
So do you believe it's not common in Europe when it comes to spouses sneaking around?
I don't know. I wouldn't know how to tell. To be honest, I don't know. I come from a country where like 65% of marriages end up in divorce, and the main cause is money.
60 what?
Yeah,
65.
Jesus
money.
Christ.
Problem number one, money. Welcome to Portugal. And yeah.
Oh, Portugal. Okay.
Oh yeah. That base in the middle of the Atlantic, remember? Anyways, the thing is, like, all these stories that I keep on hearing, especially from American ex-military, about their experiences of, like, not even just putting in the work, because that's what Europeans do at best. We put in the work, but to fly all the way across the world to fight for your country, it's not putting in your work. It's giving up your life, and then you come back home, and it's come on, man. Just yeah, man. Too much.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate that, the things that you get for the man doing this thing for not only fighting for his country, but taking care of his family when it comes to finances. That's the things that he gets coming back from war. It's crazy.
The system is designed to use men like tools. And once their contract is up, they get tossed aside.
Yes, men are exposable. And that's been that way since the beginning of time. But we accepted that role when traditional women accepted their role, accepted their part of getting things done. But now it's a one-sided deal. Modern women, what would you say?
It used to be like in ancient times, back in like the Roman Empire times.
Yeah, your mic is going crazy, Rishi. But yeah, back then, people were interdependent with each other, where one needed the other. Okay, we were working very well, but in recent times, we made society so comfortable that modern women honestly think that men are exposable. Men are not needed. Men are obsolete. Even though the very same man is keeping the very fabric of society together. That is so fucked. Even you there? You there, bro? No? Okay.
I'm here. I'm here.
No. I was wondering why you were on
What?
mute.
I don't know. I don't know.
Well,
I
did you
haven't
hear
heard this
what
mute.
I said?
Yeah, I heard. I heard it all. I heard it all.
Okay.
I can relate, man. I'm an electrician, so yeah. So there's a lot of people all across Europe. You hear, come on, how many times have you hear someone say that? Oh, the offices are empty. The fact of the matter is that the offices aren't empty. The only people that aren't in the offices are the people that are working in a desk. That is the fact. Everyone else is there, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So, yeah, man. I can relate at so many levels that from a completely different reality, but at the same time, it's almost the same. That it's incredible, you know.
Yeah, like hell, we don't have to stop it at military, like, and all the hard jobs in society. We don't see women accepting the role. Only a select few, like very, very, very few women accept those hard jobs. Majority of men do these jobs, and in fact, a good amount of these men get paid well because they know that they're very important on keeping society running. Okay, and these women, they really think that men are below them. Are you kidding me? If we dropped everything and walked away, it would be chaos. Society would be over. Literally, it would be over. If men dropped everything, like, you know what, fuck this. Women will be singing a different tune. The strong and independent bullshit. I can do whatever I want with no consequences. That's an illusion. Illusion. Because simps outnumber actual masculine men, and simp enables these behaviors. What do you think about that?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't really much care if that makes sense.
Good. That
I
means you
just want to live
MGTOW,
my
right?
life. I just want to live my life. I just want to live my life, and wherever my life goes. Don't really much care.
So you're
I'll just.
definitely MGTOW. Okay.
I don't know,
I
man.
respect.
I don't know.
Well, it
I
just
don't.
that means
The
just men
thing
going their own
is that I
way.
don't really much care.
Well, in a
You know what
sense
I'm
of
saying? At the end of the day, yeah.
that's
That's
pretty
it.
much
That's it.
men
That's
going their
just
own
it,
way.
man.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's a
I don't.
definition. Men did
I.
like, you know what? Fuck everybody, especially society that treats them like shit. And I'm gonna do what's best for me.
Yeah.
And what I said in
And
my previous live stream, that's what uh that's what women fear. Men saying "fuck you, I'm out."
yeah, man, it's not even like I'm out. It's just like I'm gonna do my own thing. Okay. That's just it. I don't know, man. It doesn't seem complicated in my head.
No,
I don't know.
it's pretty simple. But women, they want you to
It,
do everything that they want. What they want. Women want to
yeah,
control you.
yeah. But the thing is, okay, it's like okay, men and women, we're equal, right? Okay, cool. I'm good in my thing. Go do yours. It's fine. It's not that there is no. I don't have any underlying feelings, except expectations or anything over that. If we are equal, just like your friends, your friend want to do this, your other friend want to do that, right? And you don't want to partake in hobby number one, you want to partake in hobby number two, and you pursue that because you like it and you enjoy it, and you do it with your buddies, with one friend, 15 friends, 1,000 friends, 15 million people all around the world because you really like to play video games or whatever.
But
um
you
but
understand
you're
the double
doing your
standards
thing. It's a
between
simple
men and
thing,
women, though, right? When it comes to women doing their own thing compared to men doing their
Yeah,
own thing.
I do. And if and when I find someone that, a woman in this case, wants to blend into the mix, that's fine. If I don't really much care. Does this make sense?
Yeah, but that's when the name calling and shit comes in. You don't care. I agree. You don't give a shit.
Again, I don't
But
really much care.
yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
You don't give a shit. I completely understand. I was saying with the rest of men in general in society, they get dogged on, they get shitted on, they get degraded. They like it's insane when a man says, "I ain't doing what you motherfuckers are doing. I'm not getting married. I'm not having kids. I'm not getting dragged through the divorce and family courts. Fuck that. I'm gonna do what I want to do." And they get literally destroyed for doing that. Bachelors, bachelors that just want to do their own thing, be their own man, they're looked down upon in Western society, at least in the United States. I don't know about in Europe, but in the United States, they literally get looked down upon for abandoning their traditional roles, even though women, they abandoned their roles decades ago. But when a woman says, "Hey, I'm gonna do my own thing. Fuck having kids. Fuck being a dutiful wife. I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna be a hoe. I'm gonna have multiple kids by multiple different baby daddies. I might have all this other crazy shit." They get praised. Men get fucking shitted on, but women, they get praised for the exact same thing, abandoning their traditional roles. And that's the fucked up part. I know you don't care, Ivan. I know. But I'm just saying for men in general, that's one of the biggest of double standards that pisses a lot of men off. When a woman doesn't want to do her shit, her traditional obligations, she gets praised, she gets a talk show, she gets a podcast, hell, she gets a music video. Like the fuck? But when a man does it, he's a piece of shit, he's trash, he's an incel, he's this, he's that. And that is a huge problem in Western society. Huge problem.
Huge.
You there, Ivan?
Oh,
Oh,
they got him.
yep. I guess he's gone now. He's just muted.
I have really bad equipment, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah, that's
But
fine.
you heard what I said, right?
Yeah, no, I heard it all. I just if you the only thing you lose is my mic. That's it.
Okay. I know you
wanna
don't
know-
care, but many
No,
a
the
man
thing
has
is,
to deal with this
it's
bullshit.
the thing is that in between you, me, and Rishi, I don't know who has the bigger essay on the subject, if you know what I mean.
Right.
And the end of the essay is that I don't really much care, you know.
Yeah,
and
you're
it's long. Trust me.
yeah,
Trust me when I tell you that it's long.
yeah, you're self-conscious of these things, and you've decided that you are going to go for your own self-interest.
Yeah.
You're indifferent to the world around you.
Yeah.
I get that.
Imagine this. You wrote something in your head that you'll never put it in words because society doesn't let you, in a way. So all of these other millennia that women complain that they couldn't put things on paper. So what gives?
It's all good, man, but
Yeah.
I have to move on to my last caller. Do you have anything for me, Rishi, or the Warband?
I'm gonna go. Cheers.
Do you want?
Bye.
All right. Damn. He's like, cheers, bye.
Yeah, he got pissed off because I was just speaking the truth, in my opinion. Like, why avoid the? I know you don't give a fuck. I'm speaking about men in general. What's the problem? Like, for the 20th time, I get it. You don't give a shit. I understand, but you need to understand that this is a worldwide problem. It's not just a local problem.
Yep.
So
anyway, we want to bring on the
shit,
the cowboy.
Of course. Big Talk Cowboy, what's going on?
Fuck that shit, I'm out.
Hey, Puniti.
What's up, gentlemen? Puniti.
Oh.
So, Do you have anything when it comes to the topic of this live stream?
What's the topic of the live stream?
I don't know if you have any red pill experiences in the military, or you know somebody that had a red pill experience, or what's your input?
Yeah, I mean, sure, I could share a red pill story with you. I was never in the military. My father is, you could say my father had a long, illustrious military career. He was in the U.S. He was in what's it called, the Marine Corps. He was in the United States Marine Corps for like 11 years, and then after that, he was a Chicago police officer for 32 years, and then he retired, and then he became a cop again. Now he's a federal aviation officer over at O'Hare Airport here in Chicago. So now he's a federal cop.
So I know why he came out of retirement. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. He's just like a workaholic. He just, or probably because his wife is such a drag. He's, the only respite he gets is going to work.
Also, the climate of that situation, because I am definitely close to Chicago.
Oh, really? So, I had no idea where you were from.
Oh, I'm around the area. I'm around the Midwest. Can't say exactly.
Cool.
But well, I can get to Chicago pretty quickly. Let's just say that.
Yeah. From my experience, it's not like it's not that big of a deal actually to tell people what city you're from, unless it's like a small town. Right. If you say like, "Oh, I'm from Detroit," it's like, "Ooh, they're gonna find me." It's like, no, they're not. Just don't show you.
I agree. It is a horrible airport. God damn it, fucking O'Hare. I dealt with it often in the military. they know it. I have a personal beef with O'Hare Airport. Let's just say that. But you can continue, Cowboy.
Yeah, no. So I mean, I was never in the military, but my dad was. And let's see. I guess if I'll share a red pill story with you, it's kind of recent. 2 years ago, I guess three years ago now. I saw my 3 years ago. I saw my Uncle Joe. My Uncle Joe. He was also in the military. He was in the Navy. I don't know. He did like 6 years or something, 7 years. He did a while, and then he got out. He got into a trade. He got married. Had 3 kids. Anyway, 3 years ago, I saw him. He came to Chicago, and he was kind of dogging on me. He was like, "Joe, what's wrong with you? You're in your mid-30s. How come you don't have no wife, no girlfriend? What's going on?" And I was MGTOW. I told him, no, that's not good, man. Times have changed, man. Women are different. Exactly. He's like, no, you're wrong. You listen to me. Oh, okay, Uncle Joe. Okay, Uncle Joe. Oh, whatever you say, Uncle Joe. Oh, next thing you know, a year later, it turns out he gets divorced. I don't know who filed for divorce. I'm assuming it was the woman. He got divorced. He lost everything. Lost his house, lost all his savings. He had to move. Now he's living. I don't know. Now they had a house down in Miami-Dade, and he lost everything, and he had to move out. Now part of the story is it's very red pill. It's a classic pump and dump. Whether it's 12 or I don't know how long they were married, 14 years. Yeah, classic pump and dump. She for whatever reason gets unhappy. She pulls the cord on the divorce, and now he's starting all over again. He's starting all over again at 61, I think. And saw him again. And of course, I had to be an asshole about it. I was like, "Hey, Uncle Joe, what's up, man? I heard you got divorced, man. Oh, I heard you lost everything, Uncle Joe. Oh, Uncle Joe, you starting all over again? Damn, Uncle Joe, I got a nicer apartment than you now, Uncle Joe. Hey, Uncle Joe,
listen here,
I'm half your age. I'm half your age, Uncle Joe. You poor now. Oh, So I mean, I don't know. I just see it everywhere. At this point, almost everyone I know is single or divorced, or the people I'd say the majority of the people that are married, they're unhappy. They don't seem to be in very amorous relationships. Everything, I don't know.
So let me know about this. Do you feel bad about people in 2021 still wanting to get married? and they go through with it, knowing all this
I mean,
information they have, and like they can look around
I
society.
mean, you know,
like,
yeah. Do I feel bad? So
like they watch
you know,
Mario for peace sake. Like, how you still want to get married in 2021, bro?
oh no, yeah, no, I totally agree. No, see, I think this information is. I think what you and I are talking about, or for that matter, you, me, and Rishi, or you, Rishi, and I, this is not particularly popular. We're basically like a counterculture. We're like a subculture within the larger culture. And the larger culture, you know, most of the messages that young men get are the exact opposite of what we're talking about. So, you know, I still think that most young men, let's say men, you know, marriage age men between the ages of 18 and 36, you know, they don't hear this message very often. And then they get married, and then 7 years, you know, the woman gets a 7-year itch. She pulls the pin on the divorce grenade, you know, and you guys know the rest of the story. And then these guys end up, you know, in their 40s, they're washed up. They're looking at least, you know, 10, 12, 15 years of child support ahead of them. And then, you know, finally when they turn in their early to mid 50s, they're typically at that point done paying off child support, and they're starting all over again because they couldn't save for the last 20 years because they had to pay child support.
I agree. It's insanity. That's why I have to tell my parents, hey, I ain't getting serious over here in the United States. I'm going overseas if I want to have any type of family.
Yeah, you definitely.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, you do what you got to do for family. I was on. This was already like 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago. I was on the Jesse Lee Peterson show, and he was attacking me for being MGTOW, and I was trying to explain to him, I want to do something called surrogacy, you know, where you go overseas, you typically go through an agency, you got to hire a lawyer, you know.
Wait
find
a
woman.
minute. You were on the Jesse Lee Peterson show?
Yeah, you've heard of Jesse Lee Peterson, right?
Of course. He pretty much lives a MGTOW lifestyle.
Yeah. No, yeah, right. Exactly. The guy's never been married. That's the thing. I was that guy.
You?
Yeah, you can look it up. It made some waves in the MGTOW community. People were talking about it. But yeah, like I called. Actually, it was most of his segments are like 7 minutes, 8 minutes. He did a full segment with me. I was on his show for half an hour, and the whole time.
Which video? Because I gotta check it out.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, he's got like hundreds and hundreds of thousands of subscribers. So what I would recommend is go to his website and scroll down. This is already like 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, and
okay,
yeah, it's like 2 or 3 weeks ago. And the name of the video is I think it's called MGTOW or Loser. That's the name of the video. And actually, now that I mention it, what's his name? Sandman did a video on me talking about that very episode with Jesse Lee Peterson like 5 days ago.
Right.
It's basically if you look at Sandman's video, it's the video he did I think 5 or 6 days ago on Jesse Lee Peterson. I'm the guy that he's talking about. He was just attacking all MGTOW. I thought he would be cool with us because think about it, like he never got married and he doesn't live with a woman, so that's pretty much MGTOW. And he has spoken at length before about MGTOW. So I thought he would be very I don't know what's the term, very
sympathetic.
I don't know. Yeah, there you go. He would definitely be sympathetic towards our cause or our vision or how we see the world, our worldview. Instead, he literally called MGTOW men losers at least 10 times. Like he just kept repeating that. He's like, "Why you want to be a loser? You're a loser. You're joining this losing group of men." Blah blah blah. Now, I couldn't.
Did you
believe
ask him why are we losers? Explain.
No. See, that's the thing, and I mean, again, go look at the video. There's probably over 1,000 comments. I'm not going to go on his show and start dogging him out on his show. And then besides that, like, I'm in my late 30s now. I mean, the guy's like over 70 years old. Anyone who's like, let's say 10 years older than me or 10 years younger than me, like, guy, let's say people 10 years older than me or older, I kind of consider him my elder. So I try to be real nice. He's my elder. I'm going to show him respect. Plus, it's his show. I'm not going to start disrespecting him on his show.
No, it's
But
not
I tried.
disrespect. It's a legitimate question. Like, regardless of age, give me a reason why you think MGTOW are losers.
Yeah, no, and he tried to do his best to dismantle or deconstruct MGTOW philosophy, but he couldn't do it.
I see MGTOW as winners.
Right. I completely agree, and I tried to explain that to him. I said, listen, we live in an environment where, the basic any social transaction between a man and a woman is so highly regulated. The best course of action is not to engage. If anything goes wrong, you could find yourself, we'll call whatever you want, divorce court, domestic violence court, child custody court, all these problems. A woman's got the state behind her. And his basic message was, you MGTOW, you're losers, and you gotta get with Jesus, and MGTOW are he just kept calling us losers. Check it out.
That's very unusual of him. I don't know if he wants to keep his numbers. He doesn't want to lose any subscribers to supporting MGTOW.
There you go. Yeah, you're getting it. Yeah, you're starting to get it. Yeah, no, that's totally it. That's totally it. You just like what has he got? I don't know, between 300 and I think he's got like 340,000 subscribers, at least just on his channel. The majority of people who go to church now are women. It's like a 60-40 split. I mean, 6 out of 10 people that listen to him are women. The last thing you want to do is alienate your base. So
I see where you're coming from, but for me personally, I don't give a shit. YouTube is a side thing for me. Even if I get bigger, I don't care. Like, the truth is the truth, and it needs to be told. And that's very cowardly of him to even do some type of shit. Even though he did the exact opposite when talking to these other women, preaching the exact same thing that MGTOW's preaching.
Yeah.
Right. Again. That's why I thought I literally felt bamboozled. I thought he was going to be completely, what's the word we should use? Sympathetic, understanding. And then all of a sudden, like a wild dog, he just turned on me. He was like, "Oh, you're a loser. MGTOW are losers. You're all losers." And, but yeah, I'd recommend go watch it. It was, or you can go to my channel. I made a shortened version. It's only like 12 minutes. And he's just attacking and attacking. He literally called the entire MGTOW community losers at least like 15 times. He just kept using that word.
Yeah, it's the same thing with Jordan Peterson when he commented about MGTOW.
Yeah, the thing is with Peterson, as of I believe, I don't know when, a month later, a year later, he sort of reversed himself, and he has since come out publicly and admitted that I think he apologized, and he said he regretted he called MGTOW weasels. He called us weasels. And he stopped. What's that? I'm sorry.
Yeah, so it's because all the backlash he got. He didn't come to that conclusion out of like reflection. I don't think.
Well, that's the thing. It's not just the backlash. Yes, it's the backlash.
Because he came back. I don't know if you know this. He came back.
He did a switcheroo again.
Oh, so he's attacking us again?
Not directly, but he's pretty much telling men that call in the show that what do you say again? I forgot. Rishi.
That he said pretty much men. Yeah, he said that if females as a group are not choosing
if
you,
they're not liking
you're wrong.
you, it must be your fault or something, right?
Yeah.
Yes, he said something like that.
Yeah. See, and that's what you got to understand. Like, okay, so see, this is just standard. Like, this is actually one of the biggest. I'm becoming an old man. You guys are young. Rishi just told me he's in his early 20s. Yeetus, how old are you? You're also in your 20s, right?
Yes, I am in my late 20s.
Oh, you're in your late 20s. Okay, well, it's still a very good age. Between about 25 and 35, it's a great time. Yeah. So, see, I don't know. I guess I was a late bloomer or whatever, but I finally realized this. Yeah, no, it's exactly what the MGTOW guys talk about. Like, we firmly live in a gynocentric. We live in a gynocracy. We live in a matriarchy. We live in a society where you increasingly you cannot say anything counter to the popular narrative, and the narrative is women rule, men drool. Women are good, men are bad.
Yep.
Everything associated
Women
with women
expect.
is to be supported. What's
Yep.
that?
And then women expect men to accept the unfair deal.
Yes, exactly. But the thing is, they don't want to explicitly say that. They it's very sleight of hand. It's very I mean, frankly, yeah, exactly what you just said. They want men to accept an unfair deal, but they don't. Their first method of attack, or whether you want to call it attack or defense, their first layer of defense is deceit. First thing they want to do is trick us. If that doesn't work, then they want to bargain with us. If that doesn't work, they bring on the social pressure. If that doesn't work, they'll up the social pressure up into including, they'll socially isolate you. They try to come to a consensus and character assassination. They can get really nasty. If that doesn't work, they'll straight up just turn to violence.
Yeah,
They'll
they just lash out. That's their
Yeah,
last
yeah,
resort. And I dealt with it a few times, but it's powerless to a man that's very stoic and knows about her bullshit, and she knows this. A man can see right through her, and she knows she's powerless.
Well, that's the thing. Most men cannot see through her. When I was 16, 18, 20, I don't know, in my early 20s, I had no idea what you guys were talking about or what I'm now talking about. There was a time when I used to think calling a woman a bitch was something offensive. And I would get upset, and I used to be a total simp. Now, it's like a catharsis, man. It's like night and day. It's like understanding the world through the eyes of a pimp. You guys know what a pimp is, right? Like the 70s classic caricature, the guy in a pimp suit,
I was around those type of people.
Yeah.
Surprisingly.
It's kind of like that. Like pimps understand, they have essentially mapped the social landscape so well that they have gone through, you could say, a catharsis. Do you guys know what a catharsis is?
No, I heard the word, but I forgot.
A catharsis. Yeah. Okay. That's basically what you guys have done. That's what I have done. I would argue all MGTOW have gone through a catharsis. A catharsis is it is a complete rehaul. It's a complete destruction of your old value system and a complete rebuilding of a new value system. So it's like, do you guys remember from Greek mythology, there's a bird called the phoenix?
The phoenix?
The phoenix. Have you ever heard of the phoenix?
No, not really. I know a good amount of Greek mythology too. What's the phoenix?
Yeah. Well, you guys know some of it. I mean, Phoenix is obviously the name of a city, but where does the name of that city come from? So Phoenix is a mythical bird. Yeah, it's a mythical bird in Greek mythology, and the bird dies. It burns up in a fire, but it rises, because it's a god essentially. It rises from its own ashes to become a bird of fire.
Right.
So it's a fire bird. And that's sort of the idea how I liken it. Like MGTOW men are essentially men who have gone through, divorce, separation, domestic violence, child custody battles, abusive relationships, whatever it is that brought them to this catharsis, this epiphany that, oh my God, I'm told that women are good and I'm told that I'm bad. But it's actually the exact opposite. Men are good and it's these women that are bad. You know, what are we told about women, right? Women are sugar and spice and all things nice. And what are men? Men are what is it?
From Jupiter to get more stupider and all that stuff.
Yeah. Throw rocks at boys. Yeah, right. What is it? I forget. Sugar and spice and all things. Boys are.
I got clear with the chat. Hey, chat. I know what a phoenix is. I thought he was just speaking of a specific god or something that I never heard about. I know what a phoenix is. All right, you can continue, cowboy.
No, that's all right. It's no big deal. But it's just the idea of the catharsis that you go from one thing to another. You see the world one way, and then now we Midtown men, we see the world a totally different way. Like a pimp. Again, I was segueing away from that and segueing back. That's what a pimp is. A pimp is a man that has complete 100% understanding of the true nature of the female, and he's become so psychologically adept at almost like jujitsu. He turns the game around on them. Normally, the resources flow from the man to the woman. The pimp is so psychologically advanced in his pimp game, so to speak. He switches the game around so that the economic system works in his favor, where women are giving him money. And that's why there's this. That is the caricature. That is the that is the caricature of the pimp. This guy that gets money from women. He doesn't give it to them.
Yep, he accepts reality for what it is and use it in his advantage.
Yeah, absolutely. But the problem is most men don't even know of that reality yet. And so when so they see the pimp and they say that guy's the bad guy. That guy is what's wrong with society. But not really. They're the ones that are wrong with society. They just don't know it. See?
They're too deep in their slumber after decades of brainwashing.
Yeah, right. I've come to believe at this point, call it whatever you want. Brainwashing, social engineering, suggestive reasoning, causing your perspective to change. You can call it whatever you want. Behaviorism. Yeah, it's absolutely fascinating. In fact, let me tell you a quick story about how I came to MGTOW. It was in my late 20s. Back in 2009. Back in 2009, I was in my second to last semester at university, and it was a very good time in my life. I was young, strong. I was much thinner. I was much skinnier than I am today. I was in good shape. I had a beautiful girlfriend. I had a job. I was sort of like the big man on campus. I went to a big state college in South Dakota. I went to SDSU, South Dakota State University, and everyone knew. I'm from Chicago. I speak pretty well. I'm well educated, and I'm with these country bumpkins. And the point is, I was at a good time in my life, and I suffered a fall, and that was 2009. And 2010 and 2011 were like the worst 2 years of my life. So at the end of 2009, I had one more semester to go to graduate. In fact, not even one full semester. I only had 3 classes more to take, 9 more credits. And my parents had promised to help me all along. All of a sudden, my mom and my dad completely stopped helping me. Plus, I lost my job. Plus, I broke up with my girlfriend. And because I didn't have any money, I had to drop out of university. Imagine in one semester, you go from being like the big man on campus, everything's good. Next thing you know, you lose your job, you lose your girl, you become a college dropout. I had to move back to Chicago. So then 2010, 2011, I went through that catharsis that I was telling you guys about.
That's a downward spiral.
Well, lucky for me, I didn't fall into like drug addiction or booze addiction and become homeless and nothing like that. I moved back home. I moved back in with my dad, and I started asking myself these serious questions. Why? I'm not a drug addict. I'm not a criminal. I never went to prison. I never joined a gang. I never got some girl pregnant. I'm not a high school dropout. What the hell happened? And I started learning. I started going on the internet. At this point, I would categorize it into 4 separate categories. I started learning about all this stuff. The first thing I started getting into was like self-help. You guys ever hear of self-help?
Yep.
What is that?
Like Tony Robbins and shit like that. Like, you can do it. You can do it. Think positive. Positive mental attitude.
Oh, self-motivation type stuff.
Yeah, there you go. Motivation, call whatever you want. Yeah. Self-help, motivation. They sell cassettes and shit. It's all on the internet now. Yeah, that kind of stuff. TD Jakes, or what's his name? Professor Jordan Peterson. How's he make your bed?
You're talking about life coaches.
Yeah, life coaching. Yeah, shit like that. There you go. But that's just scratching the surface. After that, the second phase, I would call. I would just use the term psychology. I started getting deep into psychology, and then the third stage would be, I'd call it natural law. I started learning about natural law, and then the fourth stage, which I think is kind of like the highest stage, I started getting into the occult. Have you guys ever heard of the occult?
No.
Yeah.
No. Or you have Rishi? You've heard of the occult?
I know who you're talking about. The
I'm
occult.
sure I know about the name, but I don't know I don't know what that is.
Okay, Rishi, can you talk a little bit about what we have any idea what the occult is? Have you heard of? Can you give an example?
Talk about like a general sense. I kind of have a familiarity with it. It's like people doing like rituals and all that stuff. I think that's what it is.
Well, like
not
Satanism?
too familiar.
What's up?
I'm sorry. What did you say? Sageism?
Satanism. Satan.
Oh, Satanism. Satan.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of.
Similar to
I mean, I see that's the problem. That's the problem. When people say the occult, right, they start thinking of stuff like that. Like, is that like Luciferianism, like Satanism, or magic? Is it, devil worship? No, not really. In fact, really, what we're talking about, they're all basically forms of psychology. That's all I'm really talking about. Right. So I say self-help, but that's just psychology. And then the second phase would be psychology. The third was what did I say? Natural law, and then the fourth is the occult. They're all basically just levels of psychology. And your average blue pill person, your average like blue pill Billy, they have barely scratched the surface of like, self-help. But let's say like a pimp has the basic understanding of like, what you could call natural law. And, so if you're more advanced psychologically, you can very easily control people who are less psychologically sophisticated. So, but anyway, yeah, 2010, 2011 were 2 terrible years for me. I started learning about all this stuff. And then, I got some money together. I went back to university in 2012 for 1 semester or for 16 weeks and graduated, came back, and the rest is history.
Yeah, man, that's a great comeback, man. Not too many people will be able to recover from that, especially for all these things coming at him at once. I don't see somebody recovering from that.
Yeah, right. It's very depressing, right? All of it together, it just becomes like, one big depressing ass, snowball of depression. Yeah, well, so the point I wanted to make was like, I really didn't understand how, I was a good kid. I wasn't a troublemaker. How come my parents wouldn't help me? I was always very resentful. My parents, they helped all 3 of my sisters. They paid for them. They would pay in full, pay on time. I remember begging my dad for like, $60 to buy a book to take a university class. But my father, he'd give my sister, he gave my sister Jessica $2,000 to go take a Caribbean cruise, but he could barely come up for $50-$60 to buy me a book, you know.
That's
but
the
I didn't know.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate fate of man. At the end of the day, we are on our own. We had
We're
no safety
expendable,
nets.
right. We're
We
on
had
our own.
no
We're on our own.
parents.
I didn't
Yeah.
know that. I didn't know. I really thought, mommy and daddy, they're going to help me just like they help the girls. They're going to help me, and they're going to be a safety net. No, they're not. And I didn't understand that back then. I really thought if I just be a good boy, work hard, disciplined, mommy and daddy, they're going to help me just like they help the girls. No, they're not. No, they're not. No, they're not. And now, I'm 38. No kid, no wife, no kids. I got my own. I've been living on my own for years. I'm a trucker by trade. No debt. My car's paid off. But there's this catharsis. There's this transition. I don't know. It seems to me the late 20s is really the time when it ramps up. When you're 20, when you're 21, 22, 23, even let's say even 24, the world is still kind of nice to young men. People cut you breaks. People even use old timers will even use the term a kid. You could be a 21-year-old man. People still call you a kid. But when you're 35, no one fucking calls you a kid. And the point I'm trying to make is, another point I'm trying to make is there's this progression, and it's probably, let's say, by your late 20s. By the time you're over, let's say, I'll just say 27 or 28. By the time you're in your late 20s, 27, 28, no one fucking cares about you. No one gives a shit. No one's going to help you anymore. You're totally on your own. And another thing you'll notice is like girls, you'll notice a huge change in girls at this time. Even when you're like 21, 22, 23, the girls, they just want to have fun. I was in college. I was in university for 9 years. Most people graduate in like 4 or 5 years. I was in college for 9 years.
But when they hit 26, 27, 28, the girls, that's when they freak out. But
right.
When
That's
men
another
hit the
big
same
major
age,
lesson.
yeah.
But no one tells us this. No one tells. I remember being in college. We call it dorm storm. Someone would buy like a 12-pack of beer, and we would just go from dorm room to dorm room, knock on the door, literally knock. Hey, what's up? Hey, I know you. You're in my economics class. Oh, my friend would know one and party. They just want to have fun. No way, man. After starting in like the late 20s, I don't know when, 25, 26. Once women hit the late 20s, everything changes. They start hating on you even more. Not hating, but you guys know. You guys are MGTOW. They want to know
hatred / desperation.
You call it whatever you want. Desperate. They become desperate. What's going on? Where are we? Are we getting married? What's the status of our situation? What do you? How come you're not making lots of money? You need to get on a job. I remember I graduated at 28. I was still going to house parties at 25, 26 years old.
Yeah, but
these girls are already.
Yeah,
what's that?
These chicks don't understand. They wasted their entire youth to the point where once they hit that age, that's when that's why the wall exists. There's a reason why people call it the wall, because they go down fast. They rot like milk. Okay, there's a reason why they say women they age like milk, because they literally do age like milk after the age of 28 and onward. Their eggs are gone, or they're leaving quickly. Their looks are changing. They can't lose weight as they used to anymore. And all the men their age are looking at the women that are 10 years younger than her. So if she can't catch a simp, she's on her own. And that's very bad on her end, because she's going to have a way worse time than I will. Because we know as long as we work hard, we have a good chance of having a decent life later on. Her, she ain't thinking long term. She's not thinking long term. It's over for her. And she knows this. That's why they have the baby rabies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hurry up and get
Yeah,
a
right,
kid.
exactly.
Hurry up, get committed. Hurry up, get in a relationship, or you're fucked. Man, is that you, Rishi?
What?
You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Oh,
I think Rishi, he's busy right now. He's snorting some shrooms right now.
I thought he was asleep. I was like, bro, like, did you just fall
Yeah, I'm
asleep?
just listening. I'm just listening.
Okay. I was like, oh
But
shit.
you'd be
Uh,
surprised,
you.
MGTOW Cowboy. You'd be surprised. We're reaching guys younger and younger.
Yeah,
We
right. I'm an older guy. The thing is, I'm a little nervous about that. I purposely stay away from young men under 18. I would never want to be accused of, I'm not worried about anything sexual, but like, um, you know, uh, how can I
well,
put
we
it?
just give him
Basically,
we just give him advice. That's it.
yeah, right. I understand that, and I would like to do that as well. And you guys, see, the problem is, you guys are so young. You can get away with talking with like teenagers. Trust me, once you're in your 30s, it becomes much more stratified. You know,
True,
I'm
but we don't
I'm
we
kind
don't
of
talk
young.
to them directly. They just like listen to our stuff.
yeah, we
And
talk over the internet. And
yeah,
here's the
they
thing. Here's the thing.
themselves they come to
Here's
us.
here's the thing. Like I wish I had like an undead chronic during my middle school days when I was becoming a man in that
Yeah, eighth grade,
transitional
ninth
period.
grade. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Of course you do. Of course, right. There's an old saying. How's it go? He who rocks the cradle, he who rocks the cradle controls the world. Have you guys ever heard of that?
No.
No, you can look it up. He who rocks the cradle controls the world. Yeah,
Yeah,
basically what it means is it's capturing the youth, and that's one of women's biggest powers. Women women control the social landscape. Okay, education increasingly is dominated by women. The tender years doctrine, in American jurisprudence stipulates that the U.S. government backs the idea that children are the property of the mother because they believe that the mother will more properly raise the children than the father. So what ends up happening? The children, just think about it. You're born. Who's the first most important person in your life? Your mom. And then at about what, I don't know, 5, 6, you get shuffled off to what? To school. Well, you start in what is it, kindergarten? Who's most likely going to be your authority figure or the teacher? It's a woman, right? And then you graduate to grammar school, and most of your authority figures are women. And then you matriculate to high school. Most high school teachers now are women. And then after, let's say, 18 years old, you graduate. Whatever, you go to the military, or you get a job, or you go to university, and then the process starts all over again. Except now you're sexually active. So now you're handed off from woman to woman to woman. Now you're 18, and they hand you off to a girlfriend, and then the girlfriend starts in trying to control you, and then they bring in the legal contract. They want you to get married. So it's just this long process where like men are handed off from woman to woman to woman, and the whole time you are expected to go along with it.
Yeah, it's
So
true.
Yeah,
That's
I
why
agree, man.
that's why we're hard at work, man. That's why we're trying to pierce the culture to stop that process. Because we can stop that process if we can just get the ear of these young guys. That's all that takes. And
I agree.
the benefit of having, a bunch of women in, educational roles is because these guys will starve for male role models. And if they can't get them in their real life, they'll turn first to, the dating coaches or the pickup artists. Usually it's like, how do I get girls? How do I be a man? Blah, blah, blah. And there'll be a percentage. That's part of it too. That's why we're going after fakes and frauds with you, like, challenging Jesse Peterson and us challenging Jack Murphy and Donovan Sharp.
Yeah, we gotta create those
You know what?
boundaries.
I mean, I understand a lot of people don't like Donovan Sharp. I don't have a problem with him. I would say I tacitly support him and his work. I used to be subscribed to him. I'm not anymore. But I don't see him really doing anything wrong.
Well, he
how
just
come a lot of
lied on multiple occasions.
what did he lie about? Because I don't know. I don't know. I don't claim to know.
He lied about him having a wife, and he lied about the age of his wife or girlfriend or whatever.
Yeah, he's trying to present himself in a certain light. He's trying to present himself as an apex alpha male, when really, in the actuality, he wifed up like a single mother whore.
Pretty much.
Here's the thing: you can't be an alpha. See, because of how the laws are constructed, or how they have been reconstructed, you can't really be an alpha male anymore. And
Yeah, I understand that, but it's not about that though. He literally is deceiving his audience.
Yep,
I see.
Pretending to be something he's not. Like we are honest. Okay.
Yep.
We use these avatars. We don't use our faces because we have a life outside of YouTube. We're working hard. A lot of the boys in the chat, they're working hard as well. We're just normal guys, and we're on here sharing this stuff, spreading the word because we want to help other guys.
We're the last line of defense when it comes to saving these younger men in the future, spreading the word, at least to the next generation. We already reach Gen Z. Hopefully, be able to reach the future.
And we're fighting on two separate battlefronts right now. We're fighting to grow the space, the manosphere itself, and we're fighting to purify it. So the guys that do come into the manosphere hear the genuine stuff, the genuine red pillars, the genuine MGTOW.
I see. I see.
They don't.
But in all seriousness, though, we're going to have to. Rishi, what you got to say? But after that, we're going to have to end this short because I do got to go.
Oh, yeah. You can go ahead.
So,
I already said my piece.
All right, man. MGTOW Cowboy, do you have anything for me, Rishi, the Warband, or you want to share your channel?
No, I guess that's basically it. I mean, I guess I'll just thank you guys. Thanks for having me on. And yeah, also just I thank you for what you do. Remember, like I have a channel. Yeah, everyone check it out. Thank you. But I don't really reach young people. At this point, I have almost 2,000 subscribers, and I go on my analytics, and I would say most people that listen to me are between like, I don't know,
25 and
yeah, from like 25 to like 45 or something like that.
Right.
But I think the goal, of course, is to spread MGTOW, and the Warband. You guys seem kind of young, so I think that's good. Remember, the older guys, me or Hammerhand, we can't really get away. We can't really get away with trying to. Society just wouldn't work, And besides, young people, they like being around typically other young people, so they're gonna be more willing to hear the message from you guys than from an old guy like me. I'm almost 40, so I appreciate the Warband for that. You guys are young. You're all in your 20s, I guess. So anyway, yeah, I'll leave it at that. Thanks for having me on, guys, and don't get married. So.
Yeah, man, we're just trying to correct the BS that our fathers and grandfathers did a great mistake.
Yeah, well,
they didn't know. They were brainwashed in the sense of the.
Yeah, well, remember,
I'm talking about from the late 1960s and onwards with the modern feminism.
Yeah, right. Remember though, this is part of. You got to understand that there's very, very powerful interests at play here. What I think is the ultra rich, they've been kind of fucking with us common people for hundreds of years. In my opinion, there's a connection between, let's say, the creation of the Federal Reserve Bank and women getting the right to vote, 5 years later.
And then join the workforce.
Yeah, all that, it's all planned. I mean, I'm sorry to say it, but yes, look at. I don't know. I don't know how well educated you guys are. Are you guys university educated?
Yeah.
You guys went to college?
Yep.
Yeah.
I just
okay.
went back after 8 years because I took an 8-year break.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys know some of this, or you've learned some of this. Yeah, I'm sorry to say it, but the ultra rich, I think they they want to help manage society, and so they create and then push these large movements. They put these movements on us, and one of the biggest movements of the 20th century is feminism, and in many ways, feminism is just an arm of Marxism.
Yeah, I see feminism as communism in a dress.
I was just about to say, and Marxism comes from communism.
Right.
And communism comes from, the Frankfurt School, and Frankfurt School comes from critical theory. And once you, and that's the thing, communism is really the best way to put it. Communism is the problem, because the ultra rich of the world, I sincerely believe this, and then I'll leave you guys with this. The ultra rich, they made their money using capitalism, okay, but they don't want competition. Now that they've made their money, they want to get rid of capitalism, because capitalism allows for competition. So they want to impose a new system on us. It's like they came through the door, and now they want to shut the door on us, so that we can't become rich and successful like they were. And they lie and say that things are going to get better, but things are going to get worse under their system for most of us. And they call it communism. Communism basically just means that you're not going to be allowed to own a car anymore. You won't be able to own a car. You won't be able to own a house. You won't be able to own private property. You won't be able to own a gun. You won't, it's just slavery. But you'll get free dental care. It's like, who cares? I can provide for my own dental care. So, it's scary stuff. It's scary stuff. But women, they don't, a lot of them are not interested in learning about these things. They're just, they hear
just
feminism.
Want.
There you go. Right. And they follow. They are very strongly, they're very easily coerced, because they're constant. Yes, they follow their biological imperative. They want more and more and more. And they're so dumb that they'll actually listen to people who lie, tell them that if they vote for them, they're going to get more. And then they vote themselves into a cave. They vote themselves into, a socialist system where they end up getting less. But they didn't know that, because the guy told them that they get more. But at that time it's too late, and then they're all slaves. And so it's a big to do about nothing. So I'll leave it at that. All right, guys, I'll see you later. Yeah, man, Rishi, good talking with you, and Sir Yeetus, good talking to you. Thank you very much for letting me on your show.
No problem, man.
Cool.
Everybody, go subscribe to MGTOW Cowboy. I saw a few of his videos, very good content. Go ahead and go subscribe over there. Rishi, I don't know if you have his channel.
Oh yeah, I'll put it up.
Eventually it'll be there. But thank you guys for joining. The recap of this entire stream for today is the red pill experiences in the military. There's plenty of them, because not only in the civilian world, feminism's trying to invade. Now it's the military, which is the last place that you want when it comes to women trying to join the front line, try to join combat. They're not built for combat. They're not. Men are, not women. But they still wanna beat their chests and stuff, saying, "No, we're equal to men. We're doing this. We're doing that. Oh my God, yeah, we're great. We're women. We're strong. We're empowered." But then they did the exact opposite, and they get majority of them get pregnant to avoid going to war. On top of that, plenty of men during any type of combative situation puts down the female soldiers easily. So, not really a good situation if the female soldier had to fight the enemy one-on-one if that enemy was a guy. Lastly, the men that risked their lives throughout for years, for thousands of years actually, since the beginning of time, now is being brought light with video proof that this is the thanks that he gets. Okay, he risks his mental health, his physical health, all the way up to his life. Risks everything. He comes home to a cheating wife, and guess whose fault is that? Jody, because Jody strikes again. What do you got to say about that, Rishi?
Jody.
All right. Oh God.
Jody, no fuck Jada, what are you doing?
Thank you for joining the live stream today. I'll see if I can do a live stream tomorrow. It depends on the schedule, but this was just a quick live stream. Well, I thought it was gonna be a quick live stream, but MGTOW Cowboy was dropping some gems, so I didn't mind him staying for a while. But in general, this was a great time. I'm definitely going to see you eventually, if not tomorrow, soon. And I hope I gave you your daily dose of red pills. What do you guys say, Rishi?
But anyway, that's all. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. And remember, a red pill a day keeps the skull and the mushroom away. So thanks for taking your daily dose of red pills, and cheers.
You would never keep me away. Sir Yeetus is omnipotent. He will always be around.
And cheers.
Or omnipresent. I don't know my big words, whatever. But yeah, you can't get rid of me.
The fact that you are not willingly taking yourself off of YouTube and censoring yourself, since you said all those disparaging things about women and combat, you should be ashamed of yourself.
I'm ashamed of your existence.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah, okay, go away.
Women are super soldiers.
See you guys.
They are stronger than men.
See you guys on the next live stream.